it. Oh, another Gorilla Grodd, and it looks like Captain Cold, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Now we got another common blank Gorilla Grodd. I'm good at pulling those, apparently. And uncommon Captain Cold. Well, Captain Cold is active. When you use an action die, Captain Cold gets +1 attack and +1 defense till end of turn.
He's expensive.
Yeah, his fielding costs are... Well, that was the problem with Captain Cold in the Justice League set. His fielding costs were really unpleasant. And this one still has some really bad fielding costs. Oh well, that's... He's still a villain, and I mean, he can still be interesting with action dice, and I think in this one we have Captain Cold's gun, and that's an action die, so you can use that, and it has some nice little synergy there. Time for a quick Rainbow Draft timeout. So we've opened 6 packs. Thought we'd take a quick look and see what we would actually pick from these 6 packs. So Melissa, why don't you go ahead and say, out of these, what would you pick and why?
Generally, when I'm doing a draft, I like to make sure there's a lower cost. So having the 7, 5, and 5 cost, I'm probably going to avoid those. So actually, my first choice, which I decided pretty quickly, would be the Atom. He only has a 0/1/1 fielding cost. His ability's pretty cool. I'm also partial to Teen Titans, and then depending on the dice that come up, Roy Harper would be my second choice. And again, if I went with Adam, my hope is that Cyborg would make his way back to me, but number 1 choice would be the Atom.
I agree, the Atom. I think he's the best choice here. He's also a source of removal, which, yeah, in these cards here we don't really see another source of removal open to us. I don't think it's good to completely discount the 5 costs, because I do think Barry Allen's pretty interesting. If you can go with a mostly fist and bolt team, you're basically getting a free anger issues out of him, and he gets pretty beefy. I also think Gorilla Grodd's good, but not as a first pick. He's like maybe 3rd, 4th pick. But yeah, the Atom's definitely the best option here in my mind.
Okay, so we got another Roy Harper and Batgirl. Common Batgirl and common Roy Harper.
We get the uncommon before.
Let's see, while Batgirl is active, your opponent may not target your character dice with character abilities. And Roy Harper is when fielded, target arrow character die you control gains fast.
That could be useful, especially with some of the attack values on the Green Arrow characters. And then with Batgirl, well, while she's active, your opponent cannot target your character dice with character abilities. So that would include like Dwarf Wizard, or any sort of reroll thing like Storm, or the uncommon Black Cat, where it targets. That's actually pretty handy. I still, obviously Babs is also for the super rare from World's Finest, and she's a little nicer, but that's actually another pretty good alternative. And of course we've got the Bat Family affiliation, so she synergizes well with the ones from World's Finest. We have... don't know, and I don't know. No. Oh, it is Zatanna and Dr. Light. So yeah, Zatanna, she is another cross-boss character. When you purchase this die, add up to 2 sidekicks from your use piles to your prep area. And we also see, she's another cross-boss, and that's the Mystic affiliation, which is actually also seen in the upcoming Doctor Strange team pack. So we have a DC affiliation other than villains crossing over with the Marvel. They actually do that in HeroClix as well. Then we have Dr. Light. When fielded, KO target opposing level 1 villain character die. That's another Justice League character, but yeah, I don't see that to be a terribly useful card.
Okay, Wonder Woman?
Phoenix?
Phoenix? Yeah. I would say Cyborg again, but I know that's wrong. Hey! We got a foil!
It's
awesome!
Foil Wonder Girl.
And it was Deadshot, but I'm still interested in Wonder Girl. Ooh, pretty. Ooh. If you have an active Teen Titans character, Wonder Girl costs 1 to purchase. You may only purchase one Wonder Girl die this way each turn. Under stats and she's a lot cheaper to field now.
And also the fact that you can buy her for one once each turn. So she's essentially like a kobold where she only costs one fist. One fist once a turn. But still, that's not too bad, especially for if you want to get lots of Teen Titans out there.
And Deadshot is once per turn when fielded, choose villain or Suicide Squad. All dice of that affiliation cost one less to purchase.
So that's a decent way of getting could be used for a villain team. Like he's got 0, 1, 2, reasonably low fielding costs. His defense is really low, but he's nice utility for villains. For some of the more expensive villains that are useful, like I just wrote for the reserve pool a preview of the OP Mr. Mixiplex, who is a 7 cost, so that's something that can bring it down to a 6. So it actually makes him almost reachable. And actually, you could also have the villain, the zombie Morbius, who reduces villains by 2 if they're over 6, I think. So that's actually could be kind of useful. Not too bad. All right, so then our final pack. We've got another Black Adam and Evel Knievel, a dirt bike. Oh, it's Diggle, and the uncommon Black Adam. While Black Adam is active, all villain characters gain regenerate, and then Diggle costs 1 less to purchase for each of your active crossover characters. So, let's see, well, Diggle, it seems you could very easily get him down to a 1 if you're playing with a bunch of crossover characters. He's not that big of a bruiser, though, when it comes to attacking. He would help you wall up, because he's got some good defense on him. So, I guess or if you want to use, like, Kal-El, the Kal-El Global, and attack with him and be able to flip his attack and defense, so, yeah, it's not too bad. See, Black Adam, all villain characters gain regenerate. That's pretty nasty, but then you have to remember that with regenerate, one of the things for a win condition a lot of people go for villain teams is Black Mana with his retaliation. If a character is knocked out and regenerates, it would not trigger retaliation because that is a replacement of the knockout effect. So the character is not knocked out, so therefore retaliation would not trigger. It's a kind of a double-edged sword, but still it's pretty handy. You can just sort of easily throw your villains against your opponent's wall, and half the time they're going to regenerate, so it's not too bad. But there we have it. Those are all of our packs. No super rare, but we got to see a little bit of everything there. We got to see the cross pulse, we got to see the crossover characters. See, we saw Synergy from the Barry Allen. We got to see the new ability Impulse. We got to see a foil. So yeah, we didn't get to see any White Lanterns though. So that's the one thing we're missing. But still, this is a pretty cool looking set. I'm really anxious to get more of it. And any final thoughts, Melissa?
I'm happy I got a foil.
A foil Teen Titan.
A foil Teen Titan.
Even better.
Best kind.